Hey friend, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Morgan and you are on my homestead here in Wyoming. We are done with the pantry challenge. So this week I want to take you along and give you a look into what my freezer that I was working on and the freezer that was the goal for this pantry challenge is looking like. As you can tell, we are out in the garage and I have that freezer right behind me. So I want to just show you all of the progress we made. Now, as a reminder, during the pantry challenge, we had a lot of vegetables, a lot of meat, all sorts of things. The goal wasn't to completely wipe out that freezer. It was just to make as big of a dent as possible. So because we hunt for most of our meat and we also raised some pigs this past year, we are trying to keep our meat very organized because things can get lost very quickly in freezers. So the meat behind me, or the freezer behind me, is the freezer that we are eating out of this year. That is 2022's meat. And then a little bit of 2023. So the 2023 overflow, including some pork, is in there. And then the other freezer we have in this garage is our 2023 meat and the rest of the pork. So we always try to keep at least one freezer full a year in advance. That way we always have enough meat to keep rotating. So this year we will eat on the 2022 and the beginning of 2023's meat. Next year we will wipe out 2023's meat and work on 2024's meat. And that is just the best way for us to be able to keep our meat really rotated and make sure that we're always going through the oldest things first and nothing is ever getting freezer burnt or ruined. So another thing we were working on is obviously getting this freezer semi-cleaned out. That way we can start defrosting these freezers. So these freezers have been full for way too long. I need to get them completely emptied out. That way we can defrost them, let all the ice come off, and we can start again. That just tends to happen with these types of freezers. You need to kind of let them clear out every now and again. And because we have so much meat that we're rotating, we just haven't gotten that chance. So my goal this year is to get that chance, get enough of the meat cleared out here that we can move it into the other freezer, let this freezer clear out, and switch them in order to always keep our freezers in a little bit better condition. So that's also one of my goals. We're not there yet, but we are working on it. Now, let me take you and show you all of the progress we made this pantry challenge. All right, friend, can you believe how much progress we made? This was just in 2 months. And if you remember when we started this pantry challenge or this freezer challenge, it was filled pretty much to the brim. So again, we have our steaks and our roasts up here. This is all of our ground elk, ground moose. This is also ground elk and ground moose mixed with some pork in here. And then down below we have roasts and a little bit of sausage. And then on the door, this is some of our specialty meat. So we have maple breakfast sausage, a little bit of broccoli up here, and then a couple of roasts as well. And it looks like some duck. So this is the freezer we're really working on, and we are making so much darn progress. I am so excited about where we stand. So this is the ice that I'm talking about that we need to get off of here, but first I need to get the meat out so we can take care of that. But if you remember, this shelf was very, very full. Now, one thing that we do that helps us with our meat consumption is if we ever get old meat or meat that our friends don't want or something like that, we actually freeze dry it and we feed that to our oldest dog, Arrow, one of the yellow labs. And so that also helps us go through a ton of food, but that also is why our freezers get so full, is we get a ton of meat coming in and we have to keep it in here until I can get it freeze dried. So that was another thing that I worked really hard on this pantry challenge, is getting a lot of that meat freeze dried up for him. I know we've had some friends that have raised cattle and they didn't turn out the way they wanted to, so Arrow's eating that. It honestly just works so good. So if you want a video on how I freeze dry all of our dog food and how we pay $0 to feed our dog, definitely let me know and I can get that video made as well. But here is our progress. I am so thrilled with this. This is a little bit of 2022 meat and a lot of 2023 meat. So that's exactly where we want it. This is these over here. I think we've got 8 pounds of 2022 burger left. The rest is 2023. And then this is moose from what Sam got in 2023. So this is all fresh as well. So we are looking really good. I'm honestly thrilled about where this stands. And this pantry challenge was just so productive. It was exactly what we needed. And I'm thrilled about this freezer. Now the other freezer we didn't touch during the pantry challenge. I kept it just completely shut. Obviously I checked on it every now and again, but we didn't touch it, and that was on purpose. We wanted to make sure that we were eating this freezer, not that freezer. So coming out of the pantry challenge, we are kind of changing the way we're doing a lot of the grocery shopping. I am planning on doing a lot of, well, actually not a lot. every couple weeks doing a smaller grocery haul where we get things like apples and oranges, bananas, berries if needed. And then during these cold seasons, getting some avocados, lettuce, a lot of our fruit, vegetables, and then we also don't raise any dairy here. But that's pretty much it. We don't need bread products. We can make that. We don't need meat. We don't need eggs. So we're just kind of filling the gaps with the grocery store. So I'm going to kind of keep this pantry challenge going and implement it in my life. But obviously it'll be a little bit more flexible. So if we need cheese for something and we're out of cheese, we can obviously go to the store and get that. But I love the way that this really made me focus on the vegetables that we've put up for the year and the meat that we have worked so hard to hunt and raise. So that is kind of the biggest takeaways. I want to make sure that I'm not just going to the store every week, every other week, every 3 weeks. I want to be very intentional about when I go to the store and make sure that I'm going through all that food that we already have. You know, sometimes I'll really feel something like I really want spring rolls tonight. So I'll go get the stuff to make spring rolls and then it leaves me with a ton of ingredients. And I don't want to do that. I want to be very intentional about when I'm going to the store, what I'm picking up, eating the things that go bad first quickly, and then saving the other things for the next couple of weeks. I honestly think we can save so much money in our groceries, especially if you do hunt or raise any of your own food, eggs, whatever it be. It's so crazy how much money we could actually save by just staying out of the grocery store. So that is my biggest takeaway from the pantry challenge. Now, speaking of the grocery store, tomorrow I am heading in to go pick up a grocery pickup. I don't really have time to walk through the grocery store, so I prefer to just do the pickups. So I put one in today. I am going to pick it up tomorrow. Also helps me save a ton of money because I don't find random things that I don't actually need and throw them into my cart. So I will pick that up tomorrow. I will bring you along with me and show you what we've gotten. Hey friends, so I just got back from my first major grocery trip since 2023, and I wanted to take you along and just show you everything that we got. This was actually not a very big grocery haul just because we have so much already that we've preserved up and that we didn't get to during the pantry challenge. So I still have a ton of food. Food is definitely not a shortage, but I just wanted to have some of those fresh items and some of those fill-in items that we still needed. So I'm gonna take you through my grocery haul. I will show you everything that I got, and then at the end, we will run through prices of what this all cost me. So like we did last time, I would love to hear what something like this would cost you where you're living. I just think the comparison is so dang fun. So let's jump into this really quick grocery haul. All right, so starting off on our produce, first thing we have is a bag of Brussels sprouts. They're not looking great. Luckily, we can peel off the outside edge. I just did a pickup, so I didn't get to choose these items just because that's all I had time for. But luckily, I have a dinner for these tomorrow, so they'll get used up very quickly. Then I just have a bunch of cilantro. We are having lettuce wraps for dinner tonight, so I wanted to get a nice head of lettuce for that. This is my favorite when it comes to lettuce wraps. Then we have 4 bananas. And then here it looks like a ton of onions. I went back and looked at my receipt and I only actually bought these 4 onions. They threw in this bag of onions. I don't know if it was, I got someone else's order or what happened there, but these we didn't buy. They just loaded them into my car. So I don't know what happened there. Luckily we have a really great way of storing onions. These aren't looking all that great. We're not gonna let them go to waste, but I thought that was super strange. Then I have 3 avocados. These are just gonna go straight into the refrigerator. This one's looking like it's ready to be used today. So these will go straight into the refrigerator so they ripen very slowly. 2 apples. We have strawberries, some cherry tomatoes, and then 2 containers of blueberries. These were on sale for like $1. And I thought you can't even buy frozen blueberries for that price. And towards the back, we have some yellow cornmeal, hydrogen peroxide. We just need that in our first aid kit. We have some light coconut milk. These are we have some marinated artichoke hearts. We really like these in pasta and on our pizza. Then we have soy sauce and hoisin sauce, along with tomato, ketchup, and Worcestershire, and then our favorite red curry paste. And in the back, we just have some late July tortilla chips. Then we ran out of light bulbs, so you can see those there. Then for pastas, I just got some pad thai noodles. We really enjoy making pad thai. We got 2 kinds of pasta. I want to use this ditalini, I think is how you say it, for a soup recipe that I have in mind. These were on sale for $1, so I picked up some pistachios just for a snack. We got some naan. I'm really looking forward to making some butter chicken, and I am terrible at making naan, so if you've got any good naan recipes, please throw those down in the comments. But I just picked up naan for simplicity's sake. We got 2 milks. We got a Greek yogurt for our naan, or for our butter chicken. 2 things of butter, a little block of pepper jack cheese. Sam just likes to snack on that. And then a little bit of chicken for our butter chicken. So I know, not a huge grocery haul, and that is exactly why I do online ordering for grocery pickup. I find that it is way easier to stick to a list and make sure that I am getting the things that I need to get. I'm not impulse buying things. I'm just going in with a purpose. If things are more expensive than I want them to be, I take them out, I swap them out. I can really actually take the time to make sure that we're paying the prices that we want to. So that is why I do grocery pickup. If you get a produce item that's not perfect how you like it, you can bring it back in and they will swap it out, no problem. But I just prefer to not go in the store. I first don't have time. I work full time, and so it's important that I am very efficient when I'm grocery shopping and also staying on budget. And I find the easiest way to do that is to just never step foot in that store, find everything I need, make sure I stick to my list, and then I'm not, you know, finding great Easter candy deals or whatever that I don't really need. So that is one of my tips for saving money. Now in total, this grocery haul cost me $118.09. So I'm super curious what something like this would cost you. And I did forget to mention, I also had toilet bowl cleaner on there. So that was included in that $118 price. So I hope you thought this was a little bit fun. I love it. I know, I'm sorry I couldn't take you grocery shopping with me, but really it is, I get in the car, go to the grocery store, they load up my groceries, I come home and unload them. So I try to just save as much time as possible and be as efficient as possible. I don't have all day to go shopping, so I just find that works best for me. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. It's fun to be done with the pantry challenge and looking upon it, but I'm still kind of doing the pantry challenge in the sense of trying to use up the food we have, not do these crazy huge grocery hauls, and really just be mindful of the amount of food that we're bringing into the house and the amount that we are eating through. So if you liked today's video and you haven't already, please consider subscribing and sharing this video with someone you think that might also enjoy it. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, friend.